Well, a brief overview. My name is Chris Bolton. I am the applications engineer here at FENN. Today, I'm going to do a webinar on some Swager automation and kind of give your teams an overview of anything that you may add. If you have a current Swager application, you guys are looking into adding feeders, adding anything custom, secondary operations, sound enclosures, kind of just making your whole process better and reducing costs to give you guys, a more consistent quality product, taking some of the operator fatigue out of your current process, or really anything to kind of benefit your swaging process in general. Today's topics are going to be viewing of a custom application feeder. I'm going to explain some of FENN's automated feeder options that we have done in the past and some of the ones we've done more recently. We're going to discuss process and part improvements using the Swager feeders and how they can improve your current process and any quality problems you may have in your existing part. And at the end, we're going to field some questions and answers that your team may have, and kind of go through that and be able to kind of answer any questions that you guys may have in the past or coming up. Answer anything that you guys may be concerned about or how FENN can help you. One thing to note: this webinar is recorded. So at the end, if you would like a copy, we have the ability to send it to you. So please just email us and we'll get you a copy. This first video is a 18H custom application we just did for an existing customer here at FENN. The benefit of this was they were looking for something to minimize their operator fatigue and kind of speed up some of their part production while increasing the quality of their part. So FENN quoted and built and designed and built a custom 18H feeder specifically for their application. And in this video, real quick, I will demonstrate some of the benefits of adding this to your existing process. As you can see, this feeder has a programmable HMI screen, and the benefit of that is your team has the ability to create recipes. You can save your variables, download them, and then run parts in the future that you have already ran before. And it really takes the operator out of the equation. You don't have to train an operator to remember any of these parameters or variables. And then if you have turnover or anything, operators retire in the future, you have the ability to have someone step up, kind of download this program and start running your parts as you were before. Another great benefit of this feeder is the concentric 3-gripper shunt here we have on this one. It's a really benefit of aligning your part with the Swager, and it improves the quality and consistency of your part. So just kind of a quick example of a hydraulic feeder that FENN recently did for an existing customer to add to their existing process. But in the end, it's a really good benefit of minimizing operator fatigue, improving part quality, part consistency, and really benefiting your process in total. As you may notice, as this webinar goes on, FENN has scaled these Swager feeders all the way up from our NF to our 8F. And some of these include some integrated solutions. So in this particular screen here, we had a customer who had an NF Swager. They were running some medical hypodermic tubing, and they wanted a completely automatic feeder with the ability to load parts and discharge them without the use of an operator. So something like this, FENN has the capability of doing to your existing product, and we can integrate anything. So if you have an existing Swager, we can add hydraulic feeders, we can integrate robotics, add sound enclosures. You'll see down in a couple slides later that we can do some secondary operations to your current process and really just help you in any area that you currently might be looking for some help. And one thing I will mention is we are a custom application design house. So nothing is outside the realm of possibility. If you have an idea that you're thinking about and you want to try it, or you want us to look at it to see if it's feasible, feel free to contact us, send us an email, get in touch with us, and we would be more than welcome to look at it and kind of give you guys some of our guidance. Custom application feeders. So as you noticed on the first video, the 18H feeder, FENN has the ability to do custom application feeders. So whether you're doing some unique shapes, varying sizes, or high capacity products, we have the ability to scale any feeder that we've done in the past or create anything new all the way from our NF up to our 8F. Our door-mounted feeders. As mentioned, our door-mounted feeders are mounted right to the swager door, and it feeds material using a hydraulically powered pinch roller. This is used mainly by wire and rod customers that like to point material for jaw benches, or are creating or doing continuous swaging with like spool material such as high tensile wire rope. The benefit of this is it uses a little foot pedal to initiate the hydraulically operated pinch rolls. So your operator would load the product, operate the foot pedal in a forward or reverse fashion, and then be able to do the swaging operation without the use of their hands. As mentioned, it's a very good benefit if you're running material such as wire or rod off of a coil, or if you're running continuous product through the swager and doing a through swage and taking it up on a take up. So we have a lot of customers in the cable and wire industry that use these on their swagers, and really is a benefit of doing hands-free swager feeding and minimizing any safety features that you guys or risk that you guys may have in your current process. One of the big sellers here at FENN for swager feeders is our hydraulic table feeder. Whether it's this picture, a two gripper style feeder, or the one you saw on the 18H with the concentric gripper. These table feeders are a very rigid base. It's a weldment with a hydraulically powered, accurate sliding top for precision applications. So most of the requests we get for these are aerospace or medical companies looking to create a high accuracy product and have the ability to repeat that without doing a lot of setup and changing in their operations. So this one in this picture uses limit switches that your team kind of sets up before your swaging application or whatever part you're swaging at that particular time. And then with a series of buttons, you can click run. You can jog the swager manually, jog the clamps, and then kind of create a program without a program, so to speak, using these buttons. As in the other video shown back in the beginning, we also have the ability to do a programmable HMI screen, which kind of takes it to the next level. Now you have the ability to program any parts that you have that are running, be able to save them and download them to run in the future, as I mentioned before. So they're very much the same, going from 18H up to the 60H. That's just the size of the feeder. But as we mentioned, we have the ability to custom design any of these, whether it be the two gripper system, a concentric gripper, or even looking at something else that might suit your team. FENN is here to help. Turnkey Solutions. Being a custom house, a lot of the requests we get are to turn their swager application and turn it into a completely turnkey system. So whether this includes some secondary operations, some features such as sound enclosures, robotics, really anything to take just a swager and turn it into your complete process. So the benefit of this is now the equipment is fully integrated by the OEM. You don't have to have 3 different manufacturers creating your product, and then when it gets to your floor, you spend the time and all the money to make sure they're working. So FENN will take the time, go through our engineering, design it so that when it gets to your floor, it's a completely turnkey system. It's plug and play. You start it up, you install it, and it's ready to run. The automation improves your equipment safety and really your operator safety. So FENN always recommends no hands feeding with these swagers. And the whole goal of these custom turnkey solutions and feeders in general is to improve the safety of the swaging application. And then, as mentioned, FENN can include robotics. We have an example on the next screen of a video where we built a feeder with a robotic arm and some secondary operations that really, I guess, turned swaging into the next game level. So a lot of our customers have been doing this for years, and FENN is trying to really take a step forward and introduce a new technology to really speed up their process, increase the quality of their part, and really just progress their swaging process to make it a more modern machine, I guess. So here in this video, this was a trade show we went to down to FabTech in 2018, where we exhibited this Swager feeder. But what this is, it's a single grip 25H hydraulic feeder that FENN designed for a custom point-in application. And then we use robotic arms and different secondary operations to kind of make it a full turnkey solution. So you'll see here the robot can pick up the arm, take it to a laser engraver, do some fancy engraving on your particular part. Then we can laser cut it down to a specific size that you're looking to achieve and dump it off to a collection bin. Of course, one of the big highlights of this video is right here on this black thing. It is our sound enclosure. These are really important. As most of you know, in this webinar, being an existing Swager customer, these machines can get very loud, most of the time above the 90 dBA level. So FENN has designed sound enclosures for all their machines, NF through 8F, to kind of take that sound away and bring it down below the 90 dBA level recommended by OSHA. The next slide. Secondary operations. As mentioned, FENN has the ability, when doing their turnkey solutions, to add a lot of different secondary operations to your Swager application and process, whether this be a laser engraver, cutters, buffer systems, welding systems, sound enclosures, really anything that you can think of. Recently, we've been reached out by a customer that was looking to do some inline coating of their product. So really, like I said, nothing's really outside the realm here at FENN. We are a custom application house. So if there's any crazy idea that your team may think of that might benefit your process or make your process run better and smoother, we're all ears, and we'd be more than happy to look at these secondary operations and try to make that at a turnkey solution into your existing process. The heart of FENN's Swager feeders, whether it be custom, a standard feeder, a door-mounted feeder, is really for process and part improvements. So FENN designs and fully integrates all these solutions to maximize the efficiencies, and ultimately, it's there to reduce your Swager operating costs. So whether this be reducing your operator safety, maximizing the part consistency and quality, really that's the heart of why FENN recommends feeders and has the ability to design anything custom for your team. We're here to retrofit any existing feeder you may have, or retrofit a new Swager feeder to an existing Swager that you have. And we can, as mentioned, we can custom build anything. So really anything from an NF to an 8F or a FENN product in general, FENN has the ability to custom build to that application. So, like I said, nothing is really outside the realm here. So kind of going quickly through the PowerPoints, that's a real brief overview of what we have to offer. And we really wanted to engage with our customers and kind of show them what we've been working on, what we're trying to improve, and any product that we have available to your team that might help you guys out in the long run. So of course, if there's any questions about swaging, adding any of these custom feeders to your existing process, or if you're looking for anything new, you may have production that's doubling and you're looking for a new process to speed up production, or even just to make your process better in general. We would really like you guys to reach out to us. Feel free to email myself, Chris Bolton at FENN-torn.com, and we'd be happy to kind of engage in that discussion with your team and go through anything that we may have that would help your team out. One thing about FENN is, I know this was a Swager webinar, but please visit our website, FENN-torn.com. because we offer a lot more machines than just swagers, and we are a custom automation house. So we have a lot of customers that use a swager that then go to a draw bench or a draw block, and FENN has the ability to kind of include all these together and make it one system. So please visit the fen-torn.com. Look at our new website, and kind of, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us there. So at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the floor to do any questions that our customers or anybody on this webinar may have, and have the ability to ask me anything, and I'll try to answer as best as possible, whether it be a process question or anything on these feeders in general. We're going to open it to the floor and let everybody kind of have their chance to quell any questions that they may have here. Yeah. Just in case everybody didn't hear that, we had a person in the conference room ask me, can I discuss the FENN's options to include feeders and any custom application style equipment to a non-FENN machine, which is a great question. So we get requests a lot, particularly in our swager line, where a customer will have a different model swager, whether it be Torrington, H&P, Fells, asking if we can design a swager feeder for that particular machine, and the answer is yes. Being a custom house, as long as we have enough information, part prints, machine prints, and pictures, our engineers have the ability to retrofit, or not retrofit, but design a new feeder and retrofit it back to your existence swager, whether it be a FENN or a competitor of ours. So that is a benefit that we have being a custom house. Is, like I mentioned, nothing's off the table, and kind of, if you have Torrington's swagers, it doesn't really matter to us. Please feel free to contact us, and we would be able to work with you and design something that would be able to go with your existing process. Any more questions? I don't know if you guys can hear me, but if you want to type them into the display box, I can see that too. So I don't know if you guys can actually speak during this. Okay. Apparently you can. So if no one has any questions at this time, we can end the webinar, but please feel free, if you want, reach out to us, www.fen-torn.com. You can go to the info line. You can email me directly. But we really appreciate you guys taking the time today to join this webinar. And if anything is needed in the future, please reach out to us. Thank you.